Hi guys and welcome to episode 21 of Giant Killers, my Football Manager 2016 series with Alessandria. And we have had a very busy summer, mainly in terms of outgoings, but there's been a few incomings too. So we'll actually start with the outgoings. So we've let a few people go on free transfers. There's not really many big names. There's a few players that have been in and around the first team last season, like Tarigi, Kanapa, Kasula, Verrazio. I think that's about it. But then we have had to sell, and I mean had to sell, a few of our bigger players. So first off, Gianluca Nico, he came to me and asked if he could leave for Parma and threatened to tell his teammates that I was holding him back. So I said I would accept the offer, and then Parma duly came in with an offer of £190,000, which I accepted. So off Nico went. Initial fee was 47,000. It was 140,000 initial fee. 47,000 over 12 months, 55,000 after 50 league appearances and a friendly to be arranged. So it's pretty good, in my opinion. Then we sold Alex Siri to Bourg-en-Bresse, who are a French Ligue 2 team. A £200,000 initial fee for that one. 16.5 grand over 12 months, 78,000 after promotion, so hopefully they can get promoted this season, or while Siri's still there, and then 20% of profit from next sale. So I think Siri's got the everything to be a top player. So I don't see why they couldn't get promoted and why he couldn't make it to a bigger team. And then we sold Lucas Scapuzzi. This is the first of two signings that went to sales that went to Walsall, not signings. Lucas Scapuzzi went to Walsall for 65,000, and that was it. There was no extra add-ons for that one, just 65,000 up front. Take the money and run, really. Then we sold Giacomo Tulli to Latina for £180,000 up front. And then the greatest one is this one, Rafael Wolski. We sold him to Cesena for £1.5 million. That is just ridiculous. He was valued at like 2 million, but I don't care. 1.5 million, that's helped our finances no end. Then we sold Rodrigo Albono to Walsall as well for £56,000, and Danilo Alessandro went to Venezia for 10,000. Now let's take a look at the incomings. So we'll start at the top because that's a very good place to start. We signed Alessandro De Vitis on a free transfer. He's coming in to be our starting centre midfielder. Obviously, Adriano Matavia is retiring at the end of the season, so we need some cover for that, and he's a very good player. Then Ciro De Franco is signed to be our starting centre back. Obviously, we've sold Alex Siri, so we need someone to replace him, and we've got quite a few centre backs. Just to warn you. Next person is a centre back, Carlos Blanco, also on a free transfer. All of these are either on a free transfer or a loan. He's come in to be our backup centre back. This is because I signed another centre back as well. I just went centre back crazy, really. Then we signed Cosimo Chirico. He's going to be our starting attacking left midfielder, but that's once I've kept my promise to Filippo Bonaperti. I promised them Bonaperti and Fishnella at the end of last season that I would play them a bit more, give them a bit of game time. So I'm just letting that promise hold out so that they stay happy, because they'd be good backup players. Then Dario Bergamelli, we signed to be starting centre-back also. Diego Vitrino, also signed in a free transfer, like I said. He's going to be backup striker to Michel Marconi. Obviously not going to replace him. He's just awesome. We have also re-signed Clay Vacage on loan from Lazio because we could, and he's good backup for many positions, for attacking left midfield, centre mid. It's just a good all-rounder. Be nice to have in and around the squad. And finally, the final confirmed signing anyway, we signed Giuseppe Agostinoni to be starting left back. But he got injured in training. He broke down in training, should I say. That's what the news item said to me. Broke down in training, and he's now out for 6 to 7 months. Well, now he's out for 5 to 6 months. He was originally out for 6 to 7 months with knee tendonitis. Quite disappointing. He is further towards the 30-year-old mark than the 20-year-old mark, so I don't know if he's going to be as good a player when he comes back, because that's a long time to be out injured. In fact, that's the majority of the season that he's going to be out injured. So I have now made an offer for another left back, Agostino Camigliano. He looks just as good, to be fair. 23-year-old Italian as well. Hopefully we can get him. I think there was a few teams that are interested in him. Yeah, there's a few there, but I think the majority of those are in the same league as us. So hopefully we'll be able to get him. Now, taking a look at the matches we have played a lot of pre-season friendlies, which is just how I roll. Standout results include a 1-1 draw with Inter, a 1-0 victory over Lazio with Michel Marconi getting the only goal in that game, a 3-1 victory over Fiorentina, a 3-3 draw with Roma, and I think that's it. Unfortunately, we lost our only competitive game to a side that's in the league below us, the Serie D side. We had 18 shots in this game and 9 on target. We just didn't take our chances. I think they had something like 5 shots. We lost 2-1. It is what it is. It's disappointing, but I guess it allows us to focus on the league campaign. Again, that's ourselves back up to Serie B, where we belong. So this is the lineup that we're starting with today. We've got Stefano Russo in goal. Ricardo Bonech is playing at right back. Christian Sosa is out injured. DeFranco and Bergamelli in central defence making their debuts. Roberto Sabato at left back because of Giuseppe Agostinoni's injury. Then in centre midfield we've got Leviso and Mezzavia because Alessandro De Vitis is actually injured. I can't remember how long he's injured for. He's out for between 11 days and 2 weeks. Sosa's suspended, not injured. Banned for 1 league match because of picking up 10 yellow cards at the end of last season. In attacking midfield, we've got Maris on the right, Fishnella in the centre, Bonaperti on the left. That's not changed at all. The front four has not changed, in fact. The front six hasn't changed. But we've got Fishnella and Bonaperti supporting Maris in attacking midfield, with Marconi up front as the complete forward. Like I said, got to keep my promise to Manuel Fishnella and Felipe Bonaperti. Hopefully they'll sort that soon and that'll all be done and dusted. Then we can play who we actually want to play in attacking left midfield. And we do still have a couple of unhappy players. Marconi isn't happy. It's all down to the relegation. I don't want to sell him. He's obviously our best striker. So Alessandria are 2-1 on favourites against Como, who are 9-2, and they reckon that we're going to win this. So I was about to say we're fourth, but we haven't played a game yet. There's been 1 game played in the league so far. It was Alto Adige versus Gianna Arminio, and that ended in a draw. So victory today, and we go joint top. So we're going to try and improve the morale of Maris and Marconi mainly here. Fingers crossed. Yes, Maris went from very poor to poor. That's what we like to see. What about Marconi? Nothing. So it's Como playing in the blue today. We're obviously playing in our classic silver. And Como have a chance straight off the bat with Pelosi, but it's a good save from Russo. Ball forward, DeFranco intercepts with the header. Fishnella now plays that wide to Maris. Can he get the ball in? I'm sure he can. He can. And Marconi's there, 1-0. 1 minute gone. Alessandria 1-0 up. The best possible start for us. Hopefully we can grab a few more. That should increase the morale of Maris and Marconi, especially linking up like that. Leviso with a corner, headed away by Rizzo. It's Benek with the interception. Now it's Maris to Fishnella. Out wide to Leviso. Can he get the ball in? He does. Bonaperti's at the back post. It's off the post. And it's cleared. That was another good chance for us. Piling on the pressure in the early goings here. So DeFranco with the ball to Sabato. This is the first chance since those early ones in the opening minutes. Now it's Bonaperti to Leviso. Is he going to have a shot? He is, and he scores. What a finish from Massimo Leviso. That is something special. That is 25 yards out. Brilliant goal. I continue to be amazed by that player. So it's half time, and we couldn't really have asked for anything better than this. 2-0 up at the break. Players performing brilliantly out there, especially Leviso with an 8.2 and that absolutely brilliant finish from so far out. So we're going to say that I'm very pleased with the performance and they keep it going. No one's playing disappointingly. Marconi and Maris's morale is going up as well, which is nice to see. So I don't think we need to change anything for the second half. Just go out there and more of the same, please. So we obviously kick off for the second half. Can we get a chance straight off the bat? Sabato with the ball. Plays it forward to Bonaperti. Back to Sabato. It's Mezzavia. And ball out wide to Sabato. And that's the end of that highlight. It's Franceschi to Beluzzi. Good tackle from Leviso. He's been on top form today. Now it's Maris. I think Marconi's picked up a dead leg, so we might have to take him off soon. It's Metavia. He shoots. Oh my God, what a finish. It's a case of anything you could do, I could do better for Laviso and Metzavia in the centre of midfield. What a goal. Been two contenders for goal of the season already in this game. And we're going to make that substitution. I can't believe the finishes that Laviso and Metzavia are producing. Both on an 8.2. Manuel Maris with 2 assists on an 8.6 rating. Marconi, who scored a goal today, he's done well. We're going to have to take him off though, because he's got a dead leg and we don't want him to get injured. So Diego Vitreno making his first competitive start, I think, possibly, unless he played in that friendly game. It's definitely his first league start for us. So Diego Vitreno coming on for Michel Marconi. I can't get over those 2 goals. Just going to make another change. We're going to take Fischneller off because he's starting to tire a little bit. And we'll bring on Simone Branca. He needs increased morale as well. So hopefully some game time will make him a bit happier. We've also got Ciro DeFranco. He's a bit tired in central defence, but I don't like changing my defenders. If it gets to about 80th minute, I might bring on Carlos Blanco. I don't know why I said if it gets to the 80th minute, because it's going to get to the 80th minute. That's just the way that the time works. Okay, so it is between taking off Maras or DeFranco in terms of their condition. So I'm going to take off DeFranco and bring on one of our other new centre-backs, Carlos Blanco, see how he can do for the last 10 minutes of the game. So well into second half stoppage time now. Como on the ball, and we've looked pretty comfortable today, so let's hope we don't give a late consolation goal away. Branco with a good interception there. He plays it back to Blanco. It's Benech to Maris. Running down the right. Can we get the last opportunity? Maris with a cross shot, and it was easily saved by Giacomel. Throws the ball out to Talo with 10 seconds left of the game. Scacca Barozzi, I love that name. Talo, and that is the full-time whistle. 3-0 victory for Alessandria in their first appearance back in the Serie A. And if we have results like that all season, I will be extremely happy. Very pleased with the result. Manuel Maris, man of the match. Look at that. Look at how well his morale's improved. Michel Marconi's not so much because he had to get subbed off. Hopefully his injury won't be that bad. I mean, it's just dead leg. He shouldn't be out. Shouldn't be out for that long. Manuel Maris getting the man of the match with a 9-match rating. Brilliant stuff. So after one game, we're second in the league. Obviously, it doesn't mean much after just one game, but I'd be happy to stay. Well, actually, yeah, we need to finish top, don't we? Because there's only one automatic promotion place. So like I imagine, Michel Marconi is only out for between 5 and 6 days. I think that does mean that he's going to miss the next game against Pro Piacenza, though. So Diego Vitrino going to get his first start for us in the league next game. One thing I forgot to show you was the finances screen. And because of that amazing sale of Rafael Wolski for 1.5 million, our balance is looking very, very good. 1.2 million overall balance. However, something that is quite concerning, we are projected to be in the red again by 2.5 million by the end of the season. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. As it's so early in the season, it's quite difficult to pick out a match to cover in the next episode, since we've only played a game and we don't really know how each team is going to fare. So it was a it was a toss-up between Pergolatese and Feralpi Salo, but I think Pergolatese, I'm probably going to regret saying this, but I think Pergolatese will be too easy because they've just been promoted. So we're going to go with the game against Feralpi Salo. I think that's how you say it. So the away game against Feralpi Salo. So we've got 4 matches to play offline, and then next episode we'll be back for that one. So that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out. And I'll see you next time.